Ladies and gentlemen, patriot, truth seekers, digital warriors, welcome back to the front line of information war, the front line of information truth. And today, I'm your host, Baraka Amuri. Where's the excitement coming from? The excitement is coming in because we're going to be diving into this geopolitical flashpoint that's shaking the European Union to its core. Viktor Orban, I'm not sure if you've heard that guy. He's pretty cool. What you call it? A maverick prime minister of Hungary. Yeah, he's been making a lot of noise. A lot of people are calling him racist. A lot of people are calling him all these words: nationalist, far right, all the words. But hey, he's just launched a national petition to block the EU defense aid to Ukraine. He's calling it war tax on European citizens. And the Brussels, of course, they are panicking because this guy has been causing a lot of trouble ever since he's been elected. So, man, it's a political showdown that's going on. So this is not just a regular policy dispute. No, this is a guy fighting for his country against other elites who want to centralize the power in Brussels. And he's saying, no. I'll make sure my people are not being made to be slaves into a war that can probably end today if you guys cooperate. So, of course, this was taken on October 11th. Viktor Orban took it to Facebook. And he made a post on Facebook. He dropped a political bombshell on Facebook, and I quote, "A few weeks ago, in Copenhagen, Brussels, a war plan was presented. Europe will pay, the Ukrainian would fight, and Russia will eventually be exhausted. We weren't told how much this will cost, how long this will last," end quote. That's what he said. So obviously you can see it with the words. He's not menacing the word. He's not cutting it out. He's not keeping some things out. No, he's saying it. Hey, we was not told how long this thing was gonna go on for. Nobody told us anything. We just got into this. How long are we gonna go? No, I don't know. How much is it gonna cost us? They don't know as well. So why are we signing up to this? So he's not cutting his words. And of course, he's calling out the EU strategy and demanding transparency. And this petition is not just a symbolic. Some of you guys are saying, hey, this is a symbolic petition. This guy is hard. No. This is like the next thing that I don't think we've seen something like this before in today's time. He's going. I think the last time we seen something like this was I'll probably say Brexit. But then I wouldn't compare Brexit to this because we were just leaving the party. We were like, say, hey, we don't want to play anymore. We want to get out. But this guy is playing and he's disrupting the market inside out. In the building, he's like destroying he's flipping the table over. He's like, no. So his petition is not just saying on Facebook. No, he has his team all over the nation in Hungary, in every single city and village. His team is out there. He's out there himself talking. Of course, Orban and his team, as I mentioned, they are mobilizing. And they're creating a grassroots support to reject the EU's war plan. And the petitions aim to block Brussels from using Hungarians' taxpayers' money to fund Ukraine's military. I mean, that should be absurd to even say. That should be silly to even think of it. But no, it's happening. So, of course, he's trying to hey, we don't want to get our taxpayers to fund a war that all of us want ending. And a war that they don't even want to ask. They don't even want to answer how long it will go on for. A war that they don't want to tell us how much it will cost. They just want us to keep funding. So obviously Viktor Orban, I don't blame him. He said, no, we're going to make sure this doesn't happen. And it's a petition that's growing loud. It's a petition that's making a lot of people nervous in Brussels. It's a petition that we should look into it and see how the numbers dance, because it's gaining a lot of traction here. It's not just a fringe movement. No. So it's making the powerful individuals in Europe think. And Viktor Orban said, obviously to carry on with the Facebook post again. In Denmark, obviously I'm quoting here. In Denmark, I made it clear we don't want any part of this. End quote. Of course, is basically directly challenging the EU's authority, all the big guys, and he's saying the quiet part out loud. So here's the quiet part. This is my translation. So let me know if I'm correct. What he's saying is, hey, EU, we are not your ATM. We are not the people who you just going to say, hey, fund this, and we're going to get our people working hard and pay their tax money to you. No, we are not your ATM, and we are not your cannon fodder. So if you're going to fight, go fight. Don't ask us to take the bill. Don't ask us to start sending our guys. No. But then we have to zoom out for a bit, because this isn't just about Ukraine. This is about Europe. Because the EU, they want to centralize power. So, Brussels, they want to centralize power. They want to be the ones. They want any word that comes out from the leaders in Brussels. They want that to be implemented and get everybody in Europe to say whatever it is that they want to do, whatever it is that they want. But Viktor Orban wants to keep his national sovereignty to Hungarians. He wants to be able to say, hey, we don't want to do this. We don't want to do this. My people don't want to do it. I don't have to follow what you say we should do. I want to be a part of this because it's a good movement. It's a good idea to be a part. The European Union is a good idea. But when it comes to you trying to control what we do, where our money go, no. That's what Viktor Orban, the Prime Minister of Hungary, is saying. And of course, his concern is that I want to keep most of the power that the country has in the country. I don't want to outsource my power to somebody who doesn't care about my land. No. So he's always going against it. He's been going against this Ukrainian war for basically since the start. He's delaying military aid. He's vetoing almost every sanction. It's like, hey, he's vetoing. So of course the EU officials are scrambling. They are launching, well, how would you say it? They are launching what you call charming offenses in Ukraine, trying to win some hearts in Hungary, trying to win some hearts in other European countries. They are saying, hey, we can win this. So the propaganda is very, very hard. The propaganda is being ramped up to try to recruit as many European citizens to feel and think that Ukraine still has a chance, and to keep them persuading, to keep them pushing the politicians to keep on going and funding. But but Hungary's resistance is very stiffening. It's very hard. It's like a concrete. It's like a big wall. And look at how many people who coming out in the street to support Viktor Orban, and the petition is growing in numbers. It's very popular. And they're saying, no, we don't want to keep going in this. We don't want to keep supporting this. It makes no sense to keep on fighting. We could end this if you guys wanted to. We want to fix our country. We don't want to just work hard and pay money to Ukraine and keep fighting. Their people are dying. Europeans are dying. Why we want to keep going? And of course, obviously, because this guy, Viktor Orban, has said he doesn't want to keep funding Ukraine. And as you already know, as soon as you say that, they always come out and tell you that, hey, and paint you as like, hey, this guy is a Kremlin puppet. This guy must be on the phone with Putin, every night or something. Literally, that's what happens. As soon as you come out against Ukraine war, as soon as you come out to try to end the war, everybody calls you a Russian puppet. Oh, he must be sleeping with Putin's friend or something. He must have Putin on his right arm, tattoo on his right arm. So of course the mainstream media has started painting Viktor Orban as a Kremlin puppet. But let's be real for a second. Let's actually be real. Victor Orban is asking questions that Brussels don't want answering. That's what it is. That's what he's doing. He's asking questions like, hey, how long will this war go on? That's the question he's asking for. Could you tell me how long? 2 years, 3 years, what, couple months? When are we planning to end this? And Brussels, the elites in Brussels, they want to answer that. No. They want you to stay a peasant. Why are you even asking a question? The idea of even thinking of asking a question is already challenging to their mind. So, no, don't ask questions. And of course, Victor Orban is not just asking one question. He's also asking, hey, how much will this cost? 2 billion, 3 billion, a trillion? Are we going to go that far? How long will it last? How much will it cost? And the most important question, who is benefiting from this? Who is it? Is it your cousin? You? Who is it? Zelensky's wife? Who is it? Which billionaire in the United States is profiting from this? Which subcontractors are going to get these contracts when it's time to rebuild after the building that we want to destroy? We want it to be destroyed. Who's gonna be doing this? Which arm manufacturer are we giving contracts to? Who is it? Is it Gorman? Is it all these other companies that are coming up like Palantir Technology? Who is it? These are the questions. These are 3 most important questions that if you ask, they're gonna say, "Hey, you are a Putin puppet." Because you asked them. And you could be asking in good faith. I believe that's what Victor Orban is saying, is doing. Of course, critics are undermining his leadership, of course, in Hungary. And also saying, hey, you are destroying EU's unity because you are asking questions. Imagine. You're asking questions. So therefore, you are destroying the unity here. Stop asking questions. But of course, there's a lot of supporters like myself on this side, who think that Victor Orban is doing a fantastic job in defending Hungarians' interests and exposing the EU's war machine. I mean, what do you think? What do you think? Do you think he's doing the right way? Because here's what the media think. So let's give you some receipts. So Kiev Independent, quote, Orban's petition is real and is nationwide. Sorry, that's what Kiev Independent. That's a media outlet from Russia. Sorry, what the heck, from Ukraine, and is MSN. End quote. I quote. He's openly rejecting the EU's war financing model. That's what the MSN is saying. Here's Kiev Post. Here's what they're saying. He's calling it a war plan and mobilizing public opinion. That's what they're saying. So you could tell almost every single almost all the mainstream media in Europe are all together ready to undermine him. But the reason why they're doing that is because what he's doing is very popular. So they need to, launch a counter, they need to try destabilize it. Because they don't do this unless you get the populism is strong in your country and outside, foreign and domestic. So of course you're gonna have all these media outlets trying to put you down. Hey, no, this guy, this guy, this. That's what the media is doing. I can go on and go on and go on. There's so many. But folks, Europe has found another fault line. It has. Another hero, I might say. Maybe another country that will stand up to it. We see what Giorgia Meloni is doing with Italy. She's standing tough in some of the EU's push, plans. So she's also in that camp. Now, of course, Hungary with Viktor Orban, they are tough. So we are seeing a little bit of a vengeance group coming together to take back power. The power that they voluntarily gave away to this group that was presented in a way where it meant to protect them and bring them together. But actually, no, this group just wants to fight Russia, fight Putin, go for as long as they want. And I believe making this video might get me in trouble. I make a lot of videos that get me in trouble a lot of times. I think this is, I hope I don't get in trouble making this video, because almost every single time when you come out against the war in Ukraine and you come out for the people, for the Ukrainians, like, hey, stop the war, somehow you are like, they call you all these names, and sometimes you might get demonetized, video might get deleted, or you might get a strike from YouTube for calling the war to end. It's like, what? How? Like, how's that bad? So it's like, what the heck? So right now, what we are witnessing Hungary with Hungarians versus the elites in Brussels. We are witnessing, or we are seeing an event take place where sovereignty versus centralization. They're taking place. They're fighting, and Urban is on a line. He's drawing a strong line in the sand, and he's saying, "Hey, EU, we're not gonna give you too much power here. This is our land. This is our people, and the money that they make, we're gonna try as much as possible for it to stay in their pocket. We're not just gonna send it over so you can go and fund your war." That's the line that Viktor Orban is drawing. And of course, the EU is bracing for an impact. How painful would this be? Not just from Ukraine's point of view, but not just from Ukrainian itself, not just from Hungary itself, but from other nations that might follow suit. Because other countries might see this and be like, whoa, Viktor Orban, I like what you're doing, I'm going to join. And we are seeing that with Italy. Maybe Portugal might wake up, but obviously that's too far, it's too far-fetched. But we'll see. Maybe France? No, I don't think so. The day France joins in, that's when you will see like, whoa, okay, this is a new awakening. But hey, these two countries, small little countries are drawing the line, because we see also Poland is also a part of it, drawing some lines when it comes to Ukrainian war and how long it should go. They're also drawing the line. They've drawn a big line, especially on immigration. That they're like, I'll say they're the ones fighting. They're the frontline fighters in that side. But this is what's going on in Europe, and we'll see what comes out. And of course, you've been watching the Baraka Show. This is your frontline reporter here, Baraka Amuri. And if you're new to the channel, make sure like, comment, subscribe, because hey, if you want something like this where we go deep and deep into stories, I feel very passionate about this. I want to tell you more. I want to read, learn, research, and I come out here and I'll tell you everything I got, everything I've seen, everything I got everything I found. I'm going to come here and tell you. And of course, that we're going to get in trouble a lot with that. I hope we don't. But as long as we stand, as long as this channel remains online, on air, we're going to keep telling you what we find. And if you want that, it'll be cool if you join by subscribing, like, comment, and share this to somebody else who you think might want that as well. But without further ado, hand to the head salute. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.
Attention, attention, attention. This is not just a normal t-shirt. This is your battle armor in this war against lies and manipulation and deception. And when you wear this t-shirt, you are not just making a statement, you are drawing a line in the sand, and you're saying, I will not be silenced, I will not be bought, and I will not be steered. Every thread in this t-shirt screams defiance. Every letter of I found the truth, not propaganda. Or maybe every letter of the nation needs to know is a rally cry out for independent thinkers, disruptors, the people who refuse to bend to the mainstream media narrative. We need your fund, and this is your chance to stand up, to speak out and fund the fight for the truth. Don't just wear it like a regular t-shirt. You have to live it. The nation needs to know you're gonna live it. Yes, please. I need you to fuel the resistance. Be the reason why the truth survives in this country. Please get yours at thebarakashow.com. And thank you so much for keeping us on air. Thank you.
In the shadow of the digital gulag, we fire up the truth cannon and blast through the lies.
And the show host, Baraka Amuri.